So I'm going to show you how to program the Melnor drip irrigation timer. And I like to program mine when it's not connected to anything. So it's not on the hose faucet or on this hose splitter, and it's not connected to your system. I think it's just easier to manage. And then the other thing I want you to check out is the battery percentage down here. Mine has new batteries, so it's at 100%. If yours has anything less, I would put in 2 new AA batteries right here in the back, and that should last you the season, no problem. The first function we're going to set is set the time. So that's just the time of day it is right now. And we're going to use the center button here, this little triangle, to move this corresponding triangle cursor to the set time function, just like that. The time is 4:48, so I'm not going to change mine, but if yours is incorrect, you'll just use this plus minus function to adjust the time accordingly. Once you get it right, you'll use the center cursor button to go to the start water function. And this is what time your timer comes on every day to water your space. I think earlier is better, so I love setting timers to 5 a.m. because the sun isn't up, and so you're not kind of increasing your chance of mildew or issues like that with the water and the sun getting all mixed up together. So 5 a.m. is good. If yours is on a different time, again, use these plus minus buttons to toggle to the time that you'd like it to start. We're going to use the center button again to go to the how long function, and this is how long your system is watering for. So this time of year in April and May, we typically have enough rain and cool enough temperatures that 12 minutes is a good average time for most people's spaces. If we've given you different directions, please follow those. But if you're just looking at this as a kind of a general reference, 12 minutes should do the trick for now. And you'll want to bump it up probably to 20 minutes once we get to June. And you'll use the plus minus buttons again for that. We're gonna press the center button again to go to how often. And every 1 day is the best function for all of the seasons that we have our systems on. So that just means it's coming on once a day. If we've given you other directions, say in a hotter time of year like August, it might be every 12 hours, and so you're using these toggle buttons again. Or if it's an especially rainy time of year or a little bit cool, it might be every other day. So that would be every 2 days, and that would be how you set that function. So I'm just going to leave it on 1 day, just as I said. Then we'll use the center button to get it over to auto. And that means your system is on and ready to go. All you need to do is connect it to your hose splitter or your hose faucet, and then to your system on this side, and it's ready. But one thing I want you to do before you walk away is run a manual test. And this is so you can see if your drip line has any leaks anywhere, and also make sure that your connections to your faucet and to your hose line here are nice and tight and not dripping. The only way you're going to know is if the system is on and running, and so you run a manual test. So we're going to press manual just like that, and 5 minutes I think is a good manual time. If you wanted it to be on for longer or less, use the toggle buttons and then wait for the click. And this little emblem up here with the faucet and the water droplets means that your system is on and running. If you don't hear water going through, then try just opening up your hose faucet. Once you go and look around and make sure that you don't have any leaks anywhere, you can either let the manual run its course and then it will just go automatically back to the auto function, or you can just turn it off by pressing off the manual button again. And you saw that little faucet and water drop emblem has disappeared, and it's back on auto. So that's how you do that.